and welcome back to Gamers8 Street Fighter 6 Invitational, aka the Bloodbath, has been going on as we get further and further these brackets. More and more of these players, it's looking dark for them. My name is St. Cola. I'm joined with Lazarus, my guy. Some people are starting to look towards their flight home real soon as they've been losing, as that just tends to happen as we cut through, right? Yeah. Like you start cutting through these brackets, bro.
I'm hoping
so go home.
They're not going to be flying home. I'm like that. Imagine you're that much of a loser, you know, you're like losing. You're like, I'm going home, man. It's like the people. Oh, nah, actually, I can't say that, but people who go O2, they're like, I'm out of it. Like, no, stay for the event, man. It's super sick. They put in a lot of work for this over the weekend here at Gamers8. A lot of money got into it, and you want to stay, man. You want to stay. You want to see who takes it all in the end, which we will find out on that Sunday. But for now, we're still in that group stage, and we got NuckleDu, definitely one of my favorite players to watch, up against Jaheem on that channel. Another one of my favorite players. Again, this is back on the first day yesterday. I mentioned this is my favorite group. I think every player in this group is exciting to watch, and yeah, this is still the battle for that second place. Obviously, Problem X is currently, I think, 1-3 as well, so you can technically qualify, but that would require for NuckleDu to lose here. If NuckleDu wins, I think he is guaranteed to make it out of the group stage.
Ooh, that is big, but this is the Tokido killer himself. When Jaheem gets going and flowing, he's hard to stop. He's a very aggressive Chun-Li player, very also like footsie based with like the lights and mediums more so than many other Chun-Li players, it feels like, which makes, you know, which sounds weird, I should say, because those are really fantastic buttons. And here we go, Jaheem versus NuckleDu. Let's see what he has for us. Because NuckleDu, I mean, in this matchup, I've seen him work. He goes for like the upside down kick against Hazanshu as a punish. He'll do that preemptively against that character and stop her from cutting through the booms. And even the variance of the booms is hard to take a read on to get the Hazanshu through the fireball. So Jaheem might have to introduce that slide.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a lot safer to go for, and if they try and react with DI, you know, sometimes a lot of the time even you can react with DI back and things like that. But like you said, it's Guile, so he always has that upside down kick, which is also an option. Versus his Hazanshu, we might see, we might not. Right now, Jaheem just trying to navigate the booms. That was an excellent opportunity to jump in. Didn't get the jump in punish, but that was a nice anti-air air throw as well to keep NuckleDu in the corner, and that's exactly where you want this guy to be.
Wow, he ran that overhead raw, but here we go, Jaheem in. Ooh. Runs to level 1, has him put up in the corner. The back dash, nobody home though. Upside down kick again, preemptive, maybe looking for Hazanshu. The forward medium kick too as well as Sabato striking away. Hazanshu coming through, but here's the impact, and that may be close to a wrap. He actually goes for the reset. You nasty son of a gun. Jaheem said, I'm him. That's the win. God damn.
Him, baby. He's got him in his name, man. Oh, I like that reset. Super smart, right? The hit wasn't going to kill. And yeah, just a really sick player as well. The DI was a really good option because NuckleDu went for the overhead because it was going to kill. But the DI, obviously, the armor came through. Not able to DI back. A really, really awesome option for Jaheem in the corner. And now still playing NuckleDu with 3 bars. Going to go back to that normal game plan. The punish counter with the low forward. The Hyoko send as well for this corner carry, the safe jump, no doubt.
Yeah, I guess this character especially. Still gets clipped, back throw though. Bro, nope. Oh, here we go. As soon as you see somebody in the corner, we see so many drive impacts, and that's going to be a level 3. Guile and the Sonic Steppers, a ton of damage. Not dead though.
Somersault. I mean, that was tournament combos if I've ever seen one. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He went,
I need some damage.
Like, yeah. He was just like, look, I could go for boom loops, but man, if I drop those, I'm gonna hit myself. So Oh, I had no.
There it is. I done told y'all the game plan as the upside down kick lands. It's against a Hazanshu. You use the fireballs as a bait, you get a punish counter over the Hazanshu. That made me, Jaheem, think twice about sending that out. May have to go for the side apply, but while you're thinking about that, you're getting pieced up by these Sonic Booms and these big fists of Guile. And the Sonic Booms also claiming some space too against Jaheem.
Yeah. It's an important game to take right now. The burnout though, and you know when you're in burnout versus Guile, the last place you want to be. But the Hyoko-sen again, the level 2, the bust straight through, fully invincible for that dash. Is going to reach, of course, going to get some pressure going, get some chance to regen that drive gauge. You're going to need it.
Trying to jump in just to block. Yeah, nothing here from NuckleDu in terms of anti-airs just yet. Runs a level 2, but Jaheem's back with bar. Too far out in the OD flash kick seals the deal. That was unfortunate. Try to slide underneath the boom. Get some pressure applied, but damn, too far out. But NuckleDu with the awareness to get that punish, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, the Serenity stream, the slide under was literally a pixel away from actually landing onto NuckleDu. Unfortunate. Pixel perfect spacing from NuckleDu though now, and now is one game away from being qualified for that playoff spot up against Jaheem now.
I mean, NuckleDu may have gotten a new sponsor, but maybe the other one was so much better that he's fighting so hard. No, I'm just kidding. Being no longer on the wallet, relying upon the wallet, to take him places. He does have a new sponsor, but when you have a new sponsor, you definitely want to prove yourself to them. So I'll get the win. Look at this fireball pressure. I've not seen such good fireball pressure from a Guile player. That could have been it right there, drive rush after that command normal. But like his fireball pressure sets up for success, and look at that, puts Jaheem to rest as he eats a boom to the face.
Yeah, something we saw there as well was actually NuckleDu playing a little dirty tactics, right? He threw the boom, and at a timing where you might want to parry, you might want to try to do something. He drive rushed, and that definitely ate an input there, and he ate the sonic boom. It's a dirty play from NuckleDu, but hey, you know what? If you're playing guard, it's already pretty dirty.
Now this character's he's good. He's really good. All right, sends up the fireball. OD fireball clips. Jaheem coming in, and now we see more of the Sonic Blades also claiming some space. Too far for that drive rush. Bazooka knee. Jaheem backing up a bit, but you're letting Guile leave and get more real estate on the screen. OD fireball trying to get that jump light kick. No anti right there from Jaheem. No stand heavy kick.
Well, the boom's still going, man. It's gonna go forever. You can try and back jump what you want. Sonic Blade as well. Such a powerful tool in these fireball walls. You can't win the DI.
Damn!
So
look at the call out.
Level 3.
Level 3. Brother, you are so smart. NuckleDu seal that Sonic Boom as a bait, waits for the slide, and does not allow it to come through. This is burnout. This is bad. Jaheem got to make a desperate comeback right here. It's going to be difficult. All you have to do is just two Sonic Booms, maybe three, or one on hit. That'll be it. NuckleDu. Damn.
Not bad, man. You could see, I'm sure Jaheem tried to buffer out that level 2 right at the last second there. It might have even chipped at that point. I don't know. But if he did land it, obviously would have been around another chance. But now I think that is going to be confirmed now. In that group, you're going to have Big Bird coming out into the playoffs in the first seed. And in that second place will be NuckleDu on the Guile, man. Impressive showing. I'm not going to lie. His group was not easy.
No, what? But no, it wasn't. But like when you watch how he played that match, just what he does to set up shop his neutral around the Sonic Booms was spectacular. Seeing up that Sonic Boom to go for that drive impact, he already saw the slide. It didn't hit last time. He was like, I'm not gonna let it hit at any point because she can't run Hazanshu. As the chat is learning, upside down kick works out fantastically against that, and it really took that off the table. So then now you've taken that off the table. What's left? The slide, right? For the anti-fireball stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you work your way around that option too as well. There's the drive impact lands, and then we see the reset right here was just super sick for Jaheem. So it's not like he didn't have some good sequences, but the boom play was the name of the game in terms of deleting and defeating Jaheem and dealing with the neutral and just making it so he couldn't really walk forward and do the things that Chun-Li would like to do with her fantastic buttons.
Yeah,
look at that. That's broken.
Look at how late he got to do the upside down kick and it's still working. That was that unfortunate Serenity Stream slide that just pixel perfect didn't quite make it. Again, you can see that was a perfect opportunity to go for boom loops, but hey, you know, as tournament man, don't even try it. Don't even give yourself the opportunity to drop there. Just cash out straight into that levels. We respect it. You know, as Guile, you gotta know when it's a bit risky to go for the harder stuff, right? I mean, that's the sign of any top players. Like, I keep it simple and I can win, right? And that's exactly what that's what NuckleDu did. Just nothing too special. Just playing that solid fireball game plan. And obviously, you have to play Guile for so many years. I mean, he's just one of the best at it.
He really is. I think, obviously, at this point, top 3 Guile, along with Kaba and Higuchi, I think. I put him up there. He's proven it.
Oh
yeah, kind of. I'm saying top 4. I'm sorry.
All right.
Don't watch this back.
Sorry, you
because
can't
that
be
dude
disrespecting my master like that.
He could crush my head as if it were a grape. So yes, Akainu, top 4 up there, all equal. You're all even. You're all great at the game. But honestly, like, you know, Akainu's up there. I just, you know, there's those are the 4 lords of the Guile play. But sure. I feel like when it comes to fireball, you know, timings and things like that, and being able to pepper that in and really make you feel uncomfortable, I think NuckleDu has the lead. Like, that's his style, and it really makes you just uncomfortable when you play him. So NuckleDu getting his win 2-0 over Jaheem, the Tokyo Killer. It'll be NuckleDu probably moving on, as you had put it. I don't know the numbers right now, chat, so I don't know what's going on in terms of.
I'm confident.
But NuckleDu's done.
Jaheem 0-5. I mean, now with that win, NuckleDu, I believe, is 4-2. Or 4-1 at least. I think he's got to play Angry Bird again. So he's beat the 2 guys below him twice. So I'm pretty sure very easily confirmed for that second place finish. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the groups are going to be shaping out later on for sure. Yeah, it will be extremely interesting for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I think right now, even on the A stream, we're getting that run back between Kakaru and VX Bao, which we saw, you know, VX Bao on the Ken actually managed to clutch it out and beat down Kakaru, who again was my choice to take the whole tournament, and right now is struggling in his groups.
Bro, VX Bao, he's somebody different, bro. When he found that new tech with the Cody to always have perfect knuckle, zonk knuckles, I was like, nah, this guy, he's off it. He's off it right now. So it looks like VX Bao had beat, Kakaru, as we said, beat him yesterday. They're playing right now. Blue says that Problem X is -4 and Du is +5. No way the Problem can catch up, so Problem is probably out. I hope that Problem, and for a lot of these players, this might be like a wake-up call to be like, what other characters can I play in this game that might suit me? It's still early days. You know, like, for some players, it's a slower start because of either the character or the gameplay. I mean, even for Daigo, even he says he's a very slow start. He doesn't have the results that he wants this year in EVO. And he's stuck to being like, you know, I don't want to join Street Fighter League because I'd rather just kind of chill out, figure out the game, make content and stuff like that. You know, be a content creator and
things like that.
Get, you know, top 24, top 64 out of 7,000 plus man bracket. I guess that's casual work for him. But, you know, so for some players, it takes a little bit of time. It just depends. Like, you know, even I was talking to Idom recently about that. He's like, bro, Manon sucks. and, you know, he's trying to, he says that Punk is kind of giving him hope on how to play the game. So like he'll figure out a way, but we're gonna figure out things in the back end. We're gonna have more matches after this break. Do not go anywhere. When we return, more Gamers 8 Street Fighter 6 coming right edge.
All right, and welcome back, guys, to the Gamers8 32-man Invitational. Thanks for sticking around for the breaks. Of course, you know, we're running 2 streams, but you've got to juggle the players around. Sometimes it's a little bit harder, so we've got to do little breaks a little more often. We've got no analyst desk to assist us either, so, you know, sometimes we need the breaks. But, of course, I'm Lazarus, and joining me, Sinkola, holding it down for the weekend for the B stream. How did you enjoy the last match? I mean, we just watched, actually, on the A stream, VX Bao beating... Kakuru again on the Ken, very convincingly, no doubt. Nice. I mean, I had him to win. I don't even know if he's going to make it out of pools now. I think that's going to seal his fate. That's rough. That's rough, man.
That may, bro. And that's an Evo qualifier right there. I don't even think VX Bao was that Evo. Like, I definitely would have seen the homeboy if he was that Evo, right? Like,
yeah.
You know, like I would have seen him walking around. Yeah, would have laid up and like, yo, what's really good, my boy? But like. VX Bao, like from what I saw, like from yesterday, just knew how to deal with JP and his normals, which is such a big problem point for any character. That crouching medium punch, the stand fierce, stand medium punch, all fantastic buttons. He just knows how to navigate around those, and his corner pressure, from what I watched at the very end, was insane. He got a perfect KO on Kakuru. You got a perfect KO on Kakuru, the best JP player in the business. I saw y'all complaining about JP. Should we be complaining about Ken? Wait, don't do that, because I play Ken. So don't do that. Let's not do that. Let's relax. Let's relax.
No, people are complaining about Ken, man. You don't have to try and will it out of existence. It's already happening. I mean, look, he is probably one of the best characters in the game, if not the best. But at least he's interesting. There's nothing like he really does that I think is completely busted. I think Dragon Lash is probably a bit too good, probably. And
whoa, hold on now. Don't you play Guile? Don't you play Guile? Hold up. The best? No. This is a psyop, bro. You're trying to put this on somebody else when we know the real deal. Chat. Once for Guile, 2 for Ken's. Okay, come on. You know the real deal. Drop him in the chat. I want to see who's the best character. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, look, I think most people are just gonna say Guile because no one likes to play against his owner, man. And I respect it. You know what? I respect it. No one likes to be like just chipped out and then slowly lose the game. Feels bad. People would rather just die to throw loops in the corner, I guess. You know, at least Guile doesn't have a throw loop, okay? 2s, yeah. Okay. Wait, which way around was it again? Did you say?
I think Guile was the number 1. So y'all are saying 2 because y'all like saying
okay.
Y'all are saying, how dare y'all forsake me? How dare y'all forsake me? Anyway, and one of the updates that we have is that Valmaster has to play against Kakuru to see who's going to make it out, I guess, or get those points to the board. And that's going to be difficult because Valmaster will have to face one more time his deepest, darkest nightmare if he wants to move on. And I can't imagine that despite him seeing no longer red, but just seeing JPs in his mind, that it's going to be easy for him, even if he does go up against Alex Kakuru, because Kakuru wants to qualify too as well. So it's going to be definitely difficult. But that's going to happen tomorrow.
I mean, we did see him completely demolish VX Bao's Kakuru, his JP. So he definitely has it in him, right? And you got a whole day to prepare. As we said, it's going to be tomorrow, so you know that's obviously you want to prepare what happens after you get to that point. You're going to go to playoffs, so you're going to fight, but you got to get there first. So you're definitely going to be playing for their lives. That's going to be a banger set, and that's exactly those kind of games where I want to see. The most of them will be happening tomorrow. We've already seen pretty much one of the pools being finalized, being Big Birds and KnuckleDus. Those 2 have made it out, and a few more are going to be looking like that. But there are pools, obviously, like the one with Valmaster, the one with VX Bao and Kakuru, where it's still undecided, and it won't be for a while just because of they've had like a triangle, like one beating the other, the other beat the other, and that's just going around in a circle, and that it was probably going to come down to some head-to-heads, some sort of tiebreakers, things like that. So I have to wait tomorrow to find that out. But yeah, it's been some really good games so far. We can see also in Group D, so that's the one with Angry Bird and Vegapatch. Obviously, Vegapatch beating Angry Bird, which we did see on the beat stream. Absolute banger set. And both of them now 3-1 in a prime position to make out. Not guaranteed yet, but it is a point where the top 2, it's in their hands. If they win one game, they're out.
Yeah, definitely going to get to that point. But, Vegapatch definitely going to tear. I saw some people saying, maybe they're not familiar with Vegapatch or his history. He did get top 8 at CPT finals. I don't know if y'all recall, but my guy was cooking. Even the likes of the Evo champion that was Kawano that was out there. So you can't slack or lack on this dude's name. He is very good, and he embodies Chun-Li. Listen, you're not wearing the merch of a character unless you embody that character. That's why I don't wear no merch, because I main multiple mains. But this dude is only about the Chun-Li, and he's been one of the best out here with this character, going up against the MOV, the master of vampires himself. I believe yesterday it was Vegapatch that took the victory when they played.
Yes,
I believe so. It was on the other stream.
In the mirror. Which is super cool. I mean, I like to see Vegapatch play in a character that isn't Fang, not gonna lie. So super happy to see him on the Chun-Li. I think Chun-Li is a really cool character in this game. Just super sick gameplay wise conversions. Obviously has just insane walk speed, so the footsie game's always going to be there. And like I said, simple game plan so the players can develop the extra layers in the mix-ups, could focus on that rather than having to just play the game. And I think the mirror between the two Chun-Li players will definitely emphasize that.
And this is one of those mirrors that might work out better in the run back because there's less to pare down. There's things obviously that happen in the mirror that you can use for tech and stuff like that, but it's really a player to player. I'm using the same toolkit. So there's really just you studying the player's tendencies and hyper focusing on that more so than like what you need to do in the matchup now. So I think this might be better for MOV now that he has had time to look at things. But say for Vegapatch, there's some things that he might have been like, I gotta shine up a little bit. These are the weaknesses of MOV I have to pinpoint. So we'll see what happens here in this mirror match. And I gotta wonder, like, we did see the victory here from Vegapatch yesterday. I wonder if MOV is just so tied to how Chun-Li used to be that it's taking him a little bit longer to like, how do I play Chun-Li in 6? I'm not sure.
There's always that to worry about, right? When you are just a character specialist and you play this character for like so many years, and if that character's name is not Guile, then there's a good chance they've changed how they play, right?
Right.
And I think Chun-Li is definitely one of those, right? Has a lot of new interesting things. It's a stance character now even. Many of her special moves got new inputs, things like that. Conversions different. Obviously the fireball game, the drive rush is a lot more different. Everything is very different about this character, and I think even seasoned Chun-Li players have struggled to find their footing with this character. Even players like Valmaster, who even originally wasn't even playing Chun-Li, was just playing the Kimberly. So yeah, I think some players have taken a bit of time to warm up to this new Chun-Li. I think Vegapatch has definitely found something a bit sooner than MOV.
Yeah, I think he's taking the page of like Mena's book of just rushing people down and getting really aggressive and like overwhelming them, which is a-okay. Like that's how you start off your play, and then you build your foundation, your game plan around that. He has great footsies too as well. And as you pointed out, just everyone a character that was not so good, but that was fantastic. These fireball follow-ups, the awareness to have these fireball follow-ups. But here's the interruption here from MOV, getting that Oki stand medium punch, but did not complete the combo, bro.
Yeah, but gets that burnout just from the block stun pressure right there. MOV was close to getting burned out. The DI again is a great option opponent, and you're gonna go for it again. It's not a great option in that case. And Vegapatch with the jump. MOV does not have the patience to wait for it and manages to punish. Of course, on whiff, DI huge amounts of whiff recovery.
Back in the match. Gotta be careful. These sweeps easily punished. Sweep off the feet though right there. The stance canceled. Again gets the overhead. Vegapatch, bro, how many times is he gonna have these fireball follow-ups? Looking for fireballs, looking to have something with like a drive rush right after. Feel like he keeps that bar for that exact option. Safe jump setup. He'll be trying to get his way out. He does so with the stand heavy kick starter. And gets such a perfect parry. He's seen that. I play the character, bro.
Yeah, he knows the timing for that. Of course, it's a cross sub, so it's the best way to deal with it. Perfect parry, especially with something like the 10 show kicks. It could whiff, could go on the other side if you do it too early. Oh, nice. Vegapatch, the throat bait with the TK air legs. Going to take the first game in MOV. He's just a step behind right now.
No way it happens like this again. No way it happens like this again. Come on, MOV. He said, dang.
Master of
this
vampires.
This character's really good. Man? He's like, dang, this character's cheap. Wait, I'm playing Chun-Li.
That's the worst part about the mirrors. You're finding out just how cheap your character is.
Here we go, MOV. Gotta tighten up. This is game point. Perfect parry. They're gonna get that punish counter for that corner push. Oh, I'm not sure what that is right there from MOV.
Oh,
these drops,
man, they're definitely gonna start suffering in this pool right now because I think if MOV loses, he's guaranteed out. If Vegapatch wins this, he's guaranteed out in the group. So this is a big game for Vegapatch, guaranteed into that playoffs if he manages to take one more game off of MOV. Goes for the throw bait with his Anshu. He loves doing that. I haven't seen anyone fall for it yet though.
Yeah, not just yet. The super connects. Nice. MOV getting around on the board, getting a little bit more stable with some of these Serenity stance combos. So MOV trying to land Azanshu again. It's not working out. I'm sorry, actually that was Vegapatch. Vegapatch looking for that Azanshu. He's been landing. He landed some of those where reverses MOV hasn't landed one.
Yeah, I think being able to do it over the Kokosha is very important because whoever sets up that fireball first gets the drive rush behind it first. And it's a very powerful tool, obviously. This time MOV not with the parry. Vegapatch had the answer to that down forward roundhouse, but not MOV in the corner. Knight this time he gets that jump back jack, keeping him in the corner. I like that option a lot. Doesn't back throw. So Vegapatch.
Drive rush low. Oh, I think MOV is like, wait. There's drive gauge in this game? I can drive rush? This ain't third strike anymore, bro. Oh, yeah, off the low. Once again, gets the pickup. He's going to get the wings. Got the level 3. Yes, sirree. Right into the cutscene. Unskippable. And MOV is back in business. This is the MOV you want to see. Not going to kill, though. Alive. One more hit, Will. He's alive. But the throw.
Okay.
What a way to kill those Zanshu.
Fighting back. Taking one game. Now Vegapatch, again, it's still extremely important game. If he wins this, he's qualified for the playoffs, guaranteed. He just needs to win. 2 more rounds. Off to a good start. Finds the first jab that his Zanshu, no. I feel like they're getting actually.
It does, but I feel like they're getting predictive with it. Then they're trying to catch things like this, as you pointed out. The fireball is setting up shop. Oh, you about to drop. Baits out the OD 10 show kicks up in the corner, safety up setup. The stomps are coming through, putting the shoes to face. Buffers in the drive rush medium.
Bro, Vegapatch is so good, man. But right now, MOV is just one step better. Nice, the Serenity Stream for the shimmy. You see that a lot. The roundhouse going to catch. Vegapatch holding up. Big conversion. Oh, he's so sick with it. He went into the stance to bait the parry, canceled the stance, got the punish kind of throw, and now it's MOV on set point.
I'm sorry, OG. I was not familiar with your current game. We haven't seen you play like this. We saw you at like Evo. I didn't know you was like that, OG. My bad. MOV on set point.
Gonna put some more respect on his name, man. I was like, oh, Vegapatch is crushing it, but MOV out of nowhere picking up some steam.
Jab it, trying to get something off though. Needs to find like a drive rush right after something. Impact, yeah, we drive rush, get that drive, impact as a reaction. Probably won't spend the level 3 or any levels right now. Yeah, safe up setup again. Zanshu luckily did not go for attack. I definitely tagged. One more hit connects. Gonna be deadly. He's level 3. MOV. Gonna get the pickups. And I'm the master of vampires. And I'm the master of legs, thighs. And no surprise, I'm the master of Chun-Li. MOV is back, baby. Yeah.
Wow.
They cut it immediately. We don't want to see because MOV is about to go drink some blood of Vegapatch. He said,
there's nothing left to see there. That was a master. After that first game, man, in the mirror, you must be so like, I don't know, demotivated, right? You're absolutely washed on your own character. You know, in a match we should know, and then coming back 2 games straight with some incredible play. Just the adjustments right there. I mean, he stopped going for the his Zanshu shimmies, and funny enough, Vegapatch then started doing it himself and then getting punished for it.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where it was like, oh, he got the bad habit. But just incredible play to come back, and that is going to keep this group nice and alive, nice and interesting. Because again, as I said, if Vegapatch manages to win that set, that one more game, he's qualified for the playoffs. That's not guaranteed anymore. MOV can still make it.
He can still make it. The master of vampires might be able to master this group right here. But again, as you put out, I think the Zanshu being off the table definitely helped out because that's been whiffed and not been hitting. He pulled that back. And also, just honestly, better combos. I ain't gonna lie. Vegapatch had some great moments with the fireball follow-ups, which you like to see, using that drive gauge to get these conversions, these follow-ups. But then if the fireballs aren't hitting, you know, what's left? If you don't have the fireballs for these follow-ups, we didn't see the neutral really be exercised as much. Oh, look at that, the air legs, catching, MOV. However, MOV was like, bro, I have drive gauge, I have drive impact, stance cancels and things like that. Has adjusted to this new Chun-Li.
I just realized that was like the most like 5-head mix-up I've ever seen. He did stance cancel into his Zanshu. So he went stance cancel to bait the throw tech. He expected his Chun-Li mirror opposition to respect the stance cancel, but it didn't work out, and that's why the throw baits were not working. I think, as you know, Vegapatch was still one step ahead, behind. He kept trying to do the parry on the Serenity Stream, as we'll probably see in a minute coming up. But yeah, just insane play, honestly. These conversions as well, the roundhouse into the Serenity Stream right here. That is what I'm talking about. That happened from the last time that exact situation happened. He went for the throw bait. This time he knew Vegapatch would wake up with that parry.
He knew, bro. And honestly, again, you're really focusing on the players. After you've lost to them, after like a mirror match, you really focus on the play. There's things you can do in a mirror match, right? Like we already talked about Zanshu over the fireball as one of the basic things you can do in the mirror match, but you really focus on like the player and their tendencies and what they want to do. a lot more, than you would just like a normal matchup, right? If that was JP, you'd be thinking about how do I deal with, departure? How do I deal with like the pierce and stuff like that? But now you can hyper focus on the tendencies of the player and then remove bad tendencies of your own. I think it's funny that you pointed out that Vegapatch was like, I keep doing Hazachu, and then he gave it to him. He gave the bad tendency to him.
He passed it on. He's like, let me do it. And then he gets back around the corner and loses the game from that position. But hey, I mentioned it right at the start of the set. This is the great thing about playing the Chun-Li and the mirror matchup, where we got to see exactly the layers of those mix-ups. Because again, when you got a simple game plan, you can start going really deep into how to open up your opponent, which was, in the end, getting that punish counter throw. And this will be our next matchup on the stream, though. The Luffy versus the 4 Bills. I believe these guys already played once up on the A stream earlier today, and this will be the run back. Hopefully Luffy picks up a win here. I think he's guaranteed not be able to make it out, but for 4 Fails probably still has a chance.
Yeah, might still have a chance. 4 Fails, aka Big Sean out there. I love the fact he's just his hands up like this. This is the first time I've seen that graphic. Like that's actually good right there.
Fire,
the Luffy.
Yeah.
That's actually super sick.
He's like, shh.
He's like, shh. Don't talk about my character. Don't talk about my character. But we'll be talking about more of this action after this break. We return, more Street Fighter 6 Invitational Bloodbath coming right at you. Surprise. I was looking at? I was looking at all the things, the updates that have been going on right now. There's a show match going on with Angry Bird versus, I think it's, was it Problem X or was it Big Bird? Not sure. But I know that Big Bird's qualified. And Problem is out. Thank you everybody for the updates, because we can't see the other stream, but y'all can if you hit that squad stream and join both the streams at the same time. That's what I've been trying to do on the breaks, you know, trying to like watch the stuff on the side. Anyway, my name is
gotta keep my eye open because I can't do it while I'm commentating, man. It's just unprofessional, man. So I want to watch, I want to catch the live action on the A stream, but thank you guys for sticking around on the B stream. I think coming up next, we're gonna have 4 fields as Luffy, as we said, which should be a very interesting match. I think, like I said, Luffy currently hasn't won a game. They've already played once, and 4 fields did take it pretty convincingly in on the A stream. But we'll maybe see, you know, let's see if Luffy can get a win here over 4 fields. Up against the JP, gonna be the Manon, of course.
Brother, I know Luffy is looking, salivating, drooling to play this character right now. He's gotta play to take him down. Already getting 3 medals with that drive rush in, this time a normal instead of the grip.
Yeah, and like I said, we played already, but it was very recently, you know, it wasn't too long ago that I saw these guys on the A stream. So, you know what, now is the time to use everything you learned in that other first two. And oh my god, the DI got counter hit even. Unfortunate right there, but that's going to give Luffy a great chance. Just mashing the jab, great confirm for the first round between 4 fields and Luffy.
All right, good way to take him down, already getting 3 medals. And we talked about how dangerous those medals are. There's a sweep off the feet. Runs the OD amnesia, backs up, still gets clipped. No follow-up though off that hit. Does find the crouch fierce anti right there. Sets it for the departure. Can't make anything off of that happen. Runs the command grab, bro. Sneaks it in. I got that grip too. I got that grip too.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the problem with JP. Sometimes I'll just throw that in there. It's like a very slow option, very reactable, right? But when you're not expecting it, you know what the animation can throw you off. Double dash up. Luffy 4 medals on the board. Crouch strong. Okay, gonna fully convert into the low for the Oki right here. Waiting for that amnesia. Nothing comes. 4 fields, just walking back.
Tries to run the OD ghost. Side switch here. Isn't burnout, but definitely not out of options. He's gonna go to level 3. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I wonder if level 2 would have gotten the kill, but maybe didn't want to, you know, bet on the fact that Luffy could maybe reset and go and hold down the parry.
And realistically, spending 2 bars compared to the 1, especially in this final round, isn't going to make the most difference. Also, you probably build the bar back up. Oh, waits for it and gets the punish kind of throw for 40% of your life, just like that.
Sheesh.
Would throw.
5 medals. That's 5 felonies. Might get away with it. 5 stars. Might get away with it. The cheat codes. Neutral jumps in. Command grab lands. Black Swan land him on the lawn. 1 more hit will be it right now. It could be either a grip or just a toe tap. Luffy looks for those toes, like into those. And that's it. First came to Luffy.
Yeah, on the board now, and against 4 fields, the first time they played not long ago, it was a clean sweep from 4 fields to 2 woes. So knowing Luffy with a bit more time to adapt, looking a lot better. But obviously he got to a good start, right? Landing 2 command grabs right off the rip. Not sure if that's going to happen just as easy against 4 fields this time around.
Yeah, impact though. Wow. After the OD ghost. This is bad. Caught up in the corner. Not a lot of help to play with. And again, no defense for this character besides the secret arts. And the overhead departure, you're still blocking. You're still blocking like a pack of Legos. Blocked up in the corner. Crouching in kick. 1 more solid stand. Fierce hit. Would punish. Yeah, and that will do it. Wow. Luffy looking for anything with that sweep.
Yeah, I mean, that move is incredibly difficult to like whiff punish because the second time she spins around has still got an active hitbox. No way that drive reversal whiffs like that. Oh my god, Manon got nothing going for it.
I don't want to say nothing. Yeah, you know, Manon players will tell you that, and then they'll get like 5 medals and be like, "Yeah, I'm not doing any damage, bro. What do you mean?" Yeah, but this is a hard matchup.
Just hold up.
Yeah, just simply hold up. And then I'm eating 30%, and you're resetting me in the bad situations. But, you know, matches like this are actually hard for this character. There are a lot of hard matches that she has to deal with in zoning. And then in burnout, in level 2, you know what to do. If he gets something off, like an impact to open him up, it could be a wrap. And he's trying to whittle down the health, so it is that sort of factor. Finds the crouch fierce.
Definitely set up a level 2 and close it out if he gets to the right link into it. Of course, you don't want to do it raw because your opponent gets a lot more options, but if you can force it into on block stun or something like that, you can definitely do it. But you know what, Luffy takes the time, does get the recovery of his drive gauge, and now gets a chance to play.
Finds the overhead, caught him ducking, and the 4 fills will put a game on the board. Damn, it's looking like this character and Luffy's chances are in ruin right now as the 4 fill goes up. And you see what happens when you don't have to lead with this character. It's like, bro, it's full screen, drive rush. I'm sorry, you're in burnout. You can drive rush, drive impact me all dang day. You just are halted.
Yeah. This is not a character you want to be burnt out against for sure. You can, I guess, a lot more options. The departure, the window follow-up, teleporting on top. If you're not ready with an anti-air. The crouch fear is very good anti-air for Manon, but you know, still, you gotta be ready for it.
Oh, there's the amnesia. Dash up, throwing the gets a punish counter too as well because they were doing the parry thing. Neutral jump, heavy kick. He's parrying. He's like, please don't open me up. But there's always the throws though. And after the departure's out, like when it's gone, you run the command grab, or you just run him down, rush him down with the drive, rush conversion, sets up for the departure once again after he's knocked those situations. It's almost a win. The throw, the tech. Luffy gets a sweep, risky. Can he pull this back? No, it's a wrap. The stand medium.
Yeah, gonna wrap it up and put fulfills on the set point. Luffy's looking so good, but of course he got off to such a good start in that first game, in that first round, and right now it's just not looking too good for him. The tick throw into the embrace, the command throw, sending him back to full screen. The last place you want to do. The Lavushka, the level 2 coming in. And the reset, just a full conversion. Yeah, you know what that means? You know what that means? It's a trap.
What does that mean?
That's what that means in Russian, I think.
You know what I think it actually means? It's broken. As the 4 fills gets 2-1 over Luffy. That is ridiculous. So many checkmate situations happen through that level 2. And, the 4 fills, making sure that Luffy wants to switch expeditiously. But honestly, Luffy had some good moments and momentum in that first game, made the 4 fills be on the back foot quite a bit. And that's like, Luffy style is kind of rushing down. But it's hard to do without a character that doesn't have threatening normals like Mika does. Like if she lands like charge up, drop kick, that could be like corner carry into some nasty stuff. But when you're challenged, when you try to hold north, it's not a lot of damage compared to from Mika to Manon. Like it's different. And I think the matchups like this are just difficult, bro. And then you lose the lead, and like, what do you do? How do you get in against JP, especially near burnout?
You're playing a grappler versus a zoner, already not looking good, and then you're playing a grappler versus a zoner that has a reversal that is specifically very good against command grabs. So you can't ever throw a command grab because the threat of getting, OD amnesia is too high. So you got to find other ways to close it out, and you're playing a grappler without a command grab anymore. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. You got to make your way in, and Luffy did have some good times getting in. Obviously, in that first game, was able to close it out. A lot better than the first time they played, but it's still an uphill matchup.
I definitely want to go back to what you were saying about how that DP, aka the OD amnesia reversal, is good against grabs and command grabs. Like that's a big factor as a grappler that you don't have access to. So you might rethink how you come across in the neutral or how you pressure. And then as you start to think about strategies, this character just pops level 2, Vushka, into this nasty mix, gets the jump heavy kick off the backboard, and then you're caught up in the corner with no defense, and it's just death. It's a perfect storm of not fun things for a character that needs to have medals to get damage, needs to be close to you to get the things to operate. And when they are pressured, they still have to think about what you're doing on defense, even more so than a typical like Shoto that will hit the DP. Yeah. Like you gotta worry about OD amnesia that you get a follow up that sometimes leads to 40%. So it's even scarier. Yeah,
I mean, I want to mention like in that last situation, he did a tick throw, right? Luffy went for crouch jab, it hit, counter hit, but because it was counter hit, he canceled it into command throw, and it was 2+ and he whiffed. That was unfortunate. Gonna happen sometimes. You never really expect your opponents to get hit sometimes, and then it ruins your whole setup, and it's like, why'd you get hit? It always makes you mad. But
like, go full field. You're not supposed to get hit.
Yeah, like just block, bro. But no, it's 6. We ain't blocking. You always got to do something on defense, and sometimes that something is blocking, but it's low down on the priority list, I think, for most players.
Man, active defense actually it's funny. Like that's a joke, but it's also real because blocking is actually not a good idea in this game.
It's bad.
Because you're deleting your drive gauge, which is like your health bar. So you want to do other things like parry, perfect parry, neutral jump, strike back with some buttons and things like that. Take a trade. Those are better options sometimes.
In Street Fighter 6, that's the mix-up. When you choose to block, that should be your opponent should be like, why did you block that? Like, I was expecting all of this, why did you block? Like, they should be trying to blow up all these other options because obviously damage is high in this game, and if you do go for one of these riskier active defense options and get called out for it, you're gonna explode, right? So when they commit to something like a bait or something like that, or some sort of TK normal to beat your throw tech, you can and then you do nothing. That's the thing that actually going to start tilting people. Is like when you actually choose to block and they can't get the rhythm for it. There are certain players who are way better at reading their opponents, and they're generally going to be the best. Like people like Angry Bird and Big Bird. The reason why I think one of the reasons they're so successful is because they're just so good at reading what the opponent wants to do on their defense. And they were amazing at this in Street Fighter 5, and that's what made them strong players back there. And now it's even more important, and having that offensive style, like being able to read their opponent like that, has carried them so far.
I agree, and you have that aggression that they have too as well. That lets them, that lets them, emboldens them, so we make the most out of any sort of opening too as well. Like Angry Bird, hell of aggressive. I think Big Bird's less aggressive, but he is more momentum based. He's able to hold on that momentum, so they're both strong in their own right. So we already had Luffy versus 4 Fills. That means Indian Walker versus DCQ, aka D. Easy Cake Q, coming up next. That's going to be a fire match right there. I know Indian Walker is the man of sweeps, the janitor, as people would call him, because he loves to sweep off the feet. But we saw him earlier on the stream doing work. We saw him defeating Oil King with those jump-ins. That Oil King was just not anti-airing. Surprisingly enough, we didn't see a single stand heavy kick anti-air or intentional kick from the side of Oil King. He just got jumped on for free.
Yeah, and that was definitely a tough one to watch. But Andy Walker, he's that kind of player, right? You're like, there's no way he jumps again. There's no way he jumps again, and he's gonna do it, right? He gets in your head like that. And I'm excited to see this pool is definitely the one still up for grabs. Anyone can make it out on top. Anyone can come out of this group. We just have to kind of wait and see who that's gonna be. Hopefully, it'll be Andy Walker. For obviously, I think I saw Mama Walker in chat, so she'll be cheering on his son, of course. But I think as well, like, the problem with me with Andy Walker, you said it, he's cool down it, right? He's doing a lot of sweeps with Ryu, and we were talking about it before. I think it was actually during a break, but I just feel like sweeps are just bad in this game. Like, there's a reason why we barely see them, and even we saw that Chun-Li mirror right between Vegapatch and MOV, and Chun-Li has the best sweep free. Like, it's only like -7. It goes incredibly far. It's kind of nasty to try and whiff punish, things like that, and we still never see Chun-Li's players use it, because there's another move in the game called low forward, and the reward is just so much better that, like, you're generally going to go for that. Obviously, there'll be ranges at which the low forward will whiff, which the sweep won't, and I think that's where Andy Walker makes it work, is that he makes you walk out of the low forward range, think you're safe, and then he'll throw out the sweep and catch you still trying to walk back.
Right, yeah. It's a deadly thing that if he can maximize his toolkit, like currently, I feel like if you're Indian Walker, just going back to him, like if you're Indian Walker, if you can figure out how to be effective in sneaking that in, maybe that'll help solidify the neutral a little bit. Having that wild every so often, that would add that extra spice to that character that he doesn't normally have for Ryu. Like, if you could do that somehow with this character, maybe that'll help solidify things. Also, by the way, Chad, I know that there's definitely a lot of things going on. Make sure you're watching both streams. I see that Big Bird had beat Problem X 2-0. The Marisa, I guess, was the Blanca pick. So he definitely knew how to defeat that matchup. I saw him playing Wolfgang and a few other Blanca players, I believe, at EVO. So he knows that matchup. Big Bird is 5-0 currently. No losses, so he'll probably be moving on.
Sheesh.
Move on with this match right here. Indian Walker versus DCQ. More JP for the people versus the Vanilla Master himself, Ryu.
All right, I think we did see Andy Walker play this matchup, right? And might have been on the A stream yesterday. I can't quite remember, but I think DCQ did take it. I'll have to wait and see how he does this time around. See what he's learned from the first set between these two. Oh, and there's that sweep, and there's that punish. Of course, punish counters in this game. Extremely dangerous, which is another reason why these sweeps are not that great, but I love that the jab of the departure of the window. Yeah.
Look at where people are standing against like departure. Take note, Chad, because you can just stand underneath those and find your own options too as well. Force them to really think about what they used that for. Drive rush back, throw up in the corner, you go for it. Heavy kick, if that was counter hit, that would have been damaged. But this actually is close to it. Actually, it's enough. My bad.
Yeah, man. Of course it is. That's OD Shoryuken. You know the hit stop on that first hit is like 30 frames, man. It makes sure that you got all the time in the world to watch to reel back as you get punched up.
It was DCQ that took the victory. Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, that was
the previous stream over in A. The fake out, not faltering. Drive rush, light punch starter. from the side of Andy Walker. Backs up for the DP. Gets the entire overhead. DCQ trying to take these traces out of the corner, but it's not working out.
I like that. Andy Walker right there.
Uh-oh, that drive gauge is in ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so good.
Ooh.
Medium
like
kick.
That jump.
Jump light kick, I should say. Oh, shoot. The interruption of the departure. No! I think he was maybe going for fireball right there into super to seal it.
I think you're right.
How many drops have we seen?
DP comes out instead.
That 1 milli got you looking different out here, bro. Like, I get it. Like, a lot of guap on the top. I would be nervous, too.
Nice, the fireball feint. But Andy Walker is really good, man. He's been perfect parrying these projectiles and immediately acting. And it's blown up DCQ a few times now, especially with drive rush and things like that. Making it very hard for DCQ to want to throw any of these projectiles. But even on the feints, Andy Walker does the perfect parry and he OS's it into drive rush if the projectile is a feint.
Yeah.
This is big damage there.
Beautiful anti-air with that forward heavy kick right there. Smart stuff from DCQ. He's got the lead. How's Andy Walker going to deal with this? Trying to throw out the fireballs, but now we see the perfect parry from the side of DCQ. Even the normal one, too, as well. Oh, the fake out. Oh, man. Hashogeki. But I like the idea, but the impact, no. Even DCQ react. It's easy cake for him. It should be the win.
This should be enough to finish. No need for any reset. No, none of that shenanigans. And DCQ taking the first game and off that low forward. Man, I found the punish counter hit. Went for the stand strong, but the range on that button is just too short and he couldn't link into it. And you got to think, you know, Ryu 3 bars in that situation. The next touch was definitely the game. If he managed to close, if he managed to finish that combo. Unfortunate for Andy Walker. Hopefully not too discouraged. Nice.
There we go. Perfect parry.
TC. Wow, that was smart.
Tatsu for the corner carry.
There.
Yeah. Write that down. Write that down. We're still learning.
Writing,
but these, I mean, Andy Walker, he's a genius, bro. So he gonna know everything. Drive rush sweep. Are you kidding me? Nah, he definitely hurt us. Counter hit that allows a conversion off the forward heavy kick and the overhead to seal the deal. My man did drive rush sweep. Are you kidding me?
It's good. You know what? The sweep becomes basically safe, right? For the drive rush, even on block. And, you know, in the corner, right, at least you hit them at a distance where you get some good pressure afterwards. But yeah, I like it. Like I said, it is a lot safer. Tries the feint, but again, DCQ using his own strategy and New Walker's strategy against him. Goes for the perfect parry, like into the drive rush as a option select.
Yeah, perfect parry here from the side of DCQ. Andy Walker in burnout, has to be careful. Level 2 is almost online, finds the anti-air, find the crouch fierce sweep. Again, Andy Walker doing whatever he can to stay in the game. This is looking bad. In DCQ, my man is like befuddled. Super parry, punish. Never mind. It was a bait the entire time with an expensive bait from the side of Andy Walker. Hit him with the remix, the DJ Khaled. Try to get that drive impact, but we jump with the jump heavy kick. Yeah.
He's getting too carried away. You know what? You get away with a couple of those. You want to completely, you know, blow out your opponent with the most, you know, intense plays. But, you know, DCQ, the awareness is to do that jump back in that corner, punish the DI attempt. Ooh, big punish.
Okay. Yeah, on the throw. Drive rush in with the crush mini kick. Tries to get the... Oh, here we go. Perfect parry. Oh, but Andy Walker, the better off right now, has him in the corner. Oh, you're going to see how this feels. Oh, never mind. The jump light kick's fine. DCQ running. Yeah, you don't want to be caught against this character with that burnout. That's like constant donkey kicks. Impact. You know he's going to do that. Drive rush, though. How does he know?
Parry. He's so good. The overhead. That'll be it. The Hashogeki. Ugh, my goodness. Violence, man. That was a great game for Andy Walker. 1-1 now. And I think this is a very important game to take if you're Ending Walker. You do not want to lose here and potentially squander your chances at making it out of this group.
Yeah, if you're DCQ, you don't want to lose to someone doing drive rush sweep. You definitely don't want to lose to someone that did super in the super right after. You wouldn't want to. You don't want to be a Twitter clip.
You know that's Ending Walker. That's like that. Those moments will happen. He will make you believe that he's going to play incredibly slaughter throughout the entire time, and he'll just bust out the most random stuff sometimes because he knows it will work. He just knows.
There's always a game plan. Oops, yeah. Drive rush as a punish right there off the medium starter. This time with a throw, switching up his options after drive rush every so often. Medium punch, throw, forward fierce, or forward heavy kick. Gets the jump in hit right here. If the jump fierce, deep with it.
Ooh, Shoryuken. I think he could spend the drive rush, but it's still his turn. The tech, okay. I like it, but I mean, DCQ one step ahead with the block. There's a small punish. Departure spike, the shadow still there.
Yeah, give him some range to play with. One OD fireball or the jumper to get the win. You know what's wild is that maybe the drive rush sweeps, drive rush throw mediums have made DCQ a little bit more pensive to anti-air. These jump-ins are starting to work out. Indian Walker, this dude's like an actual, like this kid's actually a genius. Like real talk, he's an actual genius. So I'm wondering if it's making DCQ just a little pensive, whiffs out the DP. Okay. No punish though.
That could have been a big opportunity for DCQ to take the momentum in this round. And Walker gets away though with his life right here. Jumping at these really nasty angles for, you know, a character without any cross-ups. It's very difficult to anti-ad, and his walk speed's so bad. It's not like he's gonna be able to walk under you either. So I mean, I think Walker's really abusing the weaknesses of JP here in the corner, especially EX projectile.
Level 3 impact. Oh, it's over. Yeah, immediate. No drop combos. Here we go. Right, level 3. The Shin Shoryuken to get the win. Indian Walker.
Wow.
Is it his bedtime? What time is it over there? Isn't it his bedtime? Like, Mama Walker, is he allowed to stay up this late?
He is. No, Walker, guys. Man. Okay. You know, he was 9 years old when Street Fighter 5 came out. 9. Crazy, man. Crazy. And he ended up being one of, if not the, I mean, best player in the UK at that towards the end of Street Fighter 5. I mean, winning a major at the age of 16, this guy's insane. And you know what? I think in Street Fighter 6, he hasn't really had quite the same momentum, quite the same placements that you might expect from him. But you know, he's also doing it on Ryu. Character not really seem that good, and you know, it's some people, like we were talking about before, going to take a little bit longer to pick up the game, you know, and get to that point where they are just completely invincible.
There was an interview where he said, like, I just have to play better with Ryu. Like, if you play it perfectly, he's really good. But that's hard to ask. But he's like, I have to be better, though, at the same time. I have, as a player, have to be better. And I like this game plan style. I hope I'm assessing this right, because Indian Walker is definitely, he's a different sort of dude. But he puts so much mental tech on the ground that allows the jump-ins to land continuously, then dumps out the damage when need be. We started seeing those anti-airs not come to fruition from the side. Look at that drive rush sweep. You're like, what? You just hit me with the drive rush sweep? But then you're just looking for the ground options right here to, like, you know, he's gonna drive rush in, he's gonna like drive rush medium, try to go for the impact, and see, that's why the call it works. But we didn't see the anti-airs come through. It's a big pain point. And look at that perfect parry, punishing too as well. So it's not like he's running scrubby right now. Like, my man definitely hit the perfect parry, which you have to do against JP.
Yeah, he was just insanely good. He had a really solid game plan versus JP, and he just executed it right. Mentioning about those jumps, right? You're like, oh, how does he keep jumping? Why are these jumping? Why is this top player not anti-airing him? It's because he's overloaded the mental stack. And as JP, right, he's a very strong character, but he's still playing a character without a frame 1 invuln anti-air. So there'll be many jump-ins, many angles, and many situations where if you're just a little bit slow, you maybe just whiff the button, or maybe you reacted a bit slowly, you're not going to be able to do the anti-air. No matter how quick you are reacting at that point, it's already too late, right? You're going to get hit, you're going to get counter hit, and on these cross-up situations, as I mentioned, it's super hard to anti-air. He does have an air throw, but again, you got to be so prepared. And when you're worried about all the other stuff that, you know, he's thrown at you with these drive rush sweeps, you know, anything like that, just the solar plexus, it's so hard to like keep on top of, and Indian Walker just abuses that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Indian Walker what he meant by that drive rush sweep. After this break, we're gonna have more Street Fighter 6 action. Do not go anywhere.